In this video, I want to take you through some very basic elements of what you need in a local lead generation website to make it work with SEO in mind. So first thing you need, and it's the most obvious, is your homepage. After that, there's a few key pages you need. We'll just call it About Us and Contact Us. So the About Us page is all about building trust, proving that you're a real business. You can put pictures of your business, pictures of any vehicles, pictures of any teammates. Just talk about some genuine facts about the business. You could also include the address, phone number, anything like that in the About Us page. The Contact Us page, obviously, it's just going to have a little contact form. So one thing you need to have on every lead generation website is NAP, is the name, address, and phone number, or NAP. And this can go in the footer of every web page. That just has to be there. It's a way for Google to understand that your business is the one that you're saying it is. The easiest way to do that is just to make sure that this information is on the footer of the website. This is the most basic template of a website for lead generation. Now we're going to have to start adding in some specific things that are tailored to the business you're building it for. So you have to start naming the services that you offer. And the best way to do that is to create individual pages for those services. So in the case of this business, for this template, we're just going to pretend there are 3 services and each one gets its own web page. And another thing you can do is start naming where that business operates. So when I say location 1 here, I just mean this is the city that you're operating in. Let's just say you're going to operate in 3 major areas. So we're just going to create a web page for those specific areas. Now, what you want to do is you want to include the services in the site's footer as well. So let's just call this section the footer. So list of services. We're also going to have list of service areas. And this is just in the footer of the website. An easy way to start making this website work is to link to all of these pages from the home page. The home page is going to be the most important page on the entire website. So we want to make sure that it's linking to all of the service pages, and we want to make sure it's linking to all of the location pages as well. Once you start mapping out site structure and you start getting all these arrows, it might just start getting really messy. But essentially, the home page is linking to all of the other pages on the website. And if you want, you could include links from the About Us page to the locations and services pages as well. That helps with adding more internal links. But what I like to do is I like to create a page that lists all service areas. And this page links to all the service areas that you have. And this just creates some very simple internal linking that this page talks about your service and where you do it. And the same thing goes for your services. You want to have a topmost page that says all services. What I like to do is I like to make a page called What We Do. That's very authentic. So now you can see our structure is getting a little more advanced, right? But at the same time, it's really simple. One thing that I like to do as well is from each location page, I want to be linking to each of the services that are offered. Essentially, if I take, location 2 right here, and this is, we're just starting a new node here. This is, the same pages here. I'll just highlight it so it looks like we're working on the same page. Okay, so here's location 2, here's location 2, same page. We're just making an extension of it. So from here, we want to have a link to our service pages. So essentially, it's doing the same thing that the home page is doing. It's linking to, each service page as well. So we do the same thing for location 2, location 1, location 3. They're all linking to the service pages. Now, you could link from the service pages to the location pages. I think that's overkill, but it really just depends on how aggressive you want to go with your internal linking. One more thing that I want to talk about, which if you do this kind of work, you probably notice that I've left out the blog section. So here we have our website blog, which is also a really important part of this because this helps you to build relevance across your entire website by introducing content and topics that are relevant to what you're trying to rank for. What I like to do for a blog on a website like this, I'll leave this here and I'll just copy it. We'll just move it over here. For a blog, is you want to essentially take one of the services that you have, and for the service, you want to have 2 or 3 blog posts that are relevant to this service. So we'll do service 1 relevant post. An example of this is some kind of frequently asked question. You can very easily write a blog post about it. It's just, how much does this service cost? How long does this service take? Just some kind of content around this service. And what I like to do is I like to create at least 2 posts per service. You can do something like 3 posts per service here. So, okay, so the way this flowchart is put together, it doesn't really make sense here. So the way that we want to look at this is like the service page is the target. So we have 3 blog posts here, and the blog posts are all linking to that service page. So we have 3 blog posts here linking to the service page. So what we're doing here is we're creating a bunch of relevance around this service. So when we have just the service page, it might not be enough for Google to understand that this is really what we're trying to rank for. So when we start creating content around this service, Google will start to understand, okay, well, you have 3 different topics that are generally discussed, and you are talking about those topics, and within those topics you are linking back to the service page. It takes all of the confusion away from Google, and it basically holds their hand and shows them that yes, this service is what we're trying to rank for. We have relevant content to back that up. And when you're linking from the blog posts to the service page, you want to change up your anchor text a little bit here and there because there are variations. So if it's if it's a painting service, then there's a keyword that might be painting, there's a keyword that might be painter, and so on. So you can hit all those different keywords with your anchor text pointing to the service page. So we do this for each of our services. And that's basically it when it comes to making a lead generation website. So once you have all of this put together, I'll show you a quick example, and don't judge it too harshly because this is just a website that I strung together very quickly in one day. So here we have the home page, and from the home page, it links to service 1, service 2, service 3. At the bottom, we have the footer that has the name, address, phone number, and it has links to location pages. I did not create a overall our service areas page, but I do have the all services pages. So it just says services. You have service 1, link to the service page, service 2, link to the service page, service 3, link to the service page. And then there's the individual service page that has information about it. On here, at the bottom of the pages, I have links going to the other service pages. So if we wanted to, just like this, we can have, an arrow going from this and here, arrow going from this to here. So the service pages are linking to each other like that. If we want, you don't have to, but that's something you can do if you want. So then we have location page, let's say Toronto, and on the location page, it links to each of the service pages. But yeah, there's contact us page, about us page, and this is the basic layout of a lead generation website. So once it's indexed, you can see, it's ranking position 54 for its primary keyword.